Your record in New Jersey, because you got to run on it, and voters are
happy to run on it.
Well, let's look at it, because here I want to put up your right now. New Jersey is ranked 50th for business tax climate, 47th for doing business, 46th for growth in 2014. The unemployment rate is below the U.S. average. How is this a record that Americans should say, you know what, we want what you did in New Jersey, we want you to do that for America?
Yeah, you should have seen what it looked like when I got there. I mean, the fact is that they had 115 tax increases in the 7 years before I became governor. We vetoed every tax increase. There was no net private sector job creation, Chuck, in the 8 years before I became governor. Zero. We've created 198,000 new jobs in the last 5.5 years. And the fact is that we spend $2.5 billion less than we used to. But here's the bigger thing. What they wanted was somebody in New Jersey who was going to finally stand up and say no to higher taxes, no to more spending, and more yes to parental involvement, parental choice. We've done all those things in New Jersey. And so anybody can pick out any kind of statistics they want. But in New Jersey, it's much better today than it was 6 years ago.
But this issue on spending and taxes, though, actually has led, I think, to this. Richard Quiring on Facebook, when we told Facebook, we do this with all the candidates, you're going to be on. Here's the question he had for you. He said, why does he deserve to be president when he has set a record with 9 downgrades for the state of New Jersey while governor? He's referring to the 9 credit downgrades. And some of it is because you have cut taxes too much, and therefore you've left the state,
that's simply,
perhaps, or you've left the state without enough money.
That's simply not true.
To be fiscally responsible.
You know what it is, Chuck? It is the public sector unions who refuse to do even more compromising on pensions. And that's creating, if you look at the credit downgrades, they're all about long-term pension problems. Now, we've saved $120 billion in the pension system over the next 30 years on what we've done already. But the unions continue to want more and more and more. And in a democratic state like New Jersey, it's tough to get them to even push even further. But think about this. What the last credit report said was if the pension problem were fixed, New Jersey would be in good fiscal condition. And that's because we cut spending $2.5 billion from 16 lower than where it was in fiscal year 08. So this is not about not having enough revenue. The government was too big. We've made it smaller. And if the pension system continues to get better, we'll be fine.
Except, all right, but if you haven't really been able to fully solve the crisis and make Democrats do what you want them to do in New Jersey, how are you going to do it in Washington?
Well, wait a second. We took a pension system that was absolutely ready to go under, and we've now put it as a pension system that's paying its bills, and in fact has done better over the course of the 6 years that I've been governor than it's done in the 2 decades before. So the fact is you're doing and making progress. But here's the bottom line. We got a Senate Democratic president to be able to sit down and sponsor a pension reform bill that cut COLAs, that raised retirement age. Does it sound familiar on things that we need to do in Washington, D.C.? And I got the Democrats to do that in the face of 10,000 union protesters on the front steps of the State House. So I have absolutely no doubt that I can come down to Congress, not cave like other people have done, and get the job done.